bringing you the at-home movement demos for Friday, August 7th. Happy anniversary to my mom and dad, I think 30 years, believe it or not. Friday, August 7th, we are gonna get started with jumping jacks. Next up is gonna be some Spider-Man lunges. So big long lunge, that leading elbow, drop it nice and low, maybe even open up the hip, push those hips out to the side, drop nice and low. Next up is gonna be some butt kicks. Tap that heel to the back of the butt. We're gonna get hold of that kettlebell or dumbbell now for 15 goblet squats with a 2-second pause at the bottom. Send the hips down and back, 1, 2, stand up, 15 of those. Next up, getting the heart rate going more, high knees. Drive those knees up, pump those arms. Afterward, we are gonna get on the ground for some quadruped extended fire hydrants. So hands on the ground, knees on the ground. Take my right leg long, and all I'm gonna do, keeping my hips square, pull up and back down nice and slow and controlled. Same thing on the other side, extend that leg, lift it up, and come down. Prioritize keeping your hips as square to the ground as you can. And last but not least, we'll come up onto our feet and we're gonna do 15 squats. The first 5, regular squat, regular width, just about shoulder width. The next 5, nice and wide, just changing up the angle. And then those final 5, feet together, squat down, nice and awkward. If it feels awkward, you're doing it right. Somebody told me that advice once. I forget who. Might be John Warnick. So, part 1 of our at-home workout today is gonna be every 2 minutes for 12 minutes, you're gonna complete 18 weighted squats. So with your kettlebell or your dumbbell, I've got my kettlebell with me today, you'll perform 6 front squats in the right front rack position. So I'll have that kettlebell or dumbbell resting in the right front rack. I'll squat down, stand up, I'll do 6 of those. After those 6, I'll switch over to the other side and perform 6 front rack squats on the opposite side. So I start on my right, I'll go to my left, I'll perform 6 here. To finish off those 18, we'll go to the goblet squat. So I'll hold that kettlebell or dumbbell in that goblet squat position, send my hips down and back, stand up nice and tall. Little caveat here, at that last rep number 6, there it is, of the goblet squat, you are holding for a 10-second count. So you'll send those hips down and back, 10-second hold here, and back up. You'll repeat that every 2 minutes for 12 minutes. It's gonna get spicy. You record the weight that you used of your kettlebell or dumbbell for part 1 of today's workout. Afterward, we've got part 2. It is 6 minutes of pistol practice. Yay! Pistols, for those who don't know, just a single leg squat. So I like to hold the top of my foot just for a little extra balance, a little extra support at the bottom. Not particularly great at this movement, so really good time to work on it. I'm gonna send my hips down and back, try and get as low as I can, and stand. That wasn't too bad for me. Obviously, if that movement does not feel great, there's a plethora of modifications we can make. One of which is we can put a weight under our heel, kind of simulate a lifter, and get that extra lift at the bottom. So it kind of allows us to sink our hips lower and lower and kind of work depth in that pistol. Additionally, if you have the luxury of having bands at home, throw a band underneath your butt. If you can tie it to something relatively sturdy, and that band will provide some assistance at the bottom. Furthermore, we can go pistols to an elevated position. If you've got a box, a chair, I know everyone does, I know you do, we can go to that elevated position and it makes life a lot easier in the bottom. So you're basically gonna send you, if you imagine I have a chair here, I'm gonna send my hips down and back, reach for that chair, make contact, and come up. What I want you to try and avoid is collapsing onto that surface. Really try and keep yourself strong at the bottom, make contact, tap that elevated surface, and then stand back up in a controlled manner. Try and get 5 to 10 reps per side in each time. Shake it out, give yourself a little bit of a break, and then hit it again. That will take us through part 2 of our workout, and then we've got our cool down. Our cool down today is going to be an extended side angle child's pose. So we'll come into child's pose, big toes touch, butt to the heels, and all we're gonna do from that position is bring our hands out to the right, get that deep stretch in the lat and the side of the body, and then we'll switch over to the other side. That's gonna feel real good. Our last stretch of the day is gonna be a pigeon pose, 1 minute per side. I'll take my leg, drape it across my body. If you feel comfortable, you can bring your chest to the floor or just stay upright, and you'll still feel that stretch throughout the hip flexor running through the side of the leg. Try to keep the hips square. That is our workout for Friday, August 7th. Have fun, ICA, and enjoy.